Welcome back, everyone. I spent 10 minutes with the guitar just to start to pull things apart. And I've made a couple of discoveries which are interesting if you're a complete guitar nerd like me and have got nothing else to do because you're in lockdown. So I'll spin the camera around and we'll just take a look and see what I've found. 1 second. Okay, here she is in all her glory. Straight away you probably notice there's a good deal of patina started to develop in the finish, which is, you know, quite cool. There's a bit of forearm wear. I suspect that was mostly me who put that in there because this guitar was played for years solidly as my only guitar while I was learning to play. The patina extends into the upper bout and around the switch, etc. Pulled the pickups out, and straight away the guitar nerds amongst us will notice there's no evidence here of the neck tenon extended into the body cavity, but it still seems to be quite a good chunk of wood that supports the neck, so I don't expect to see any problems with neck stability there. And also as well, interestingly enough, definitely got a mahogany back. You can see in the bottom of the pickup route, that is definitely mahogany type wood, or of the mahogany family. But interestingly, we've got what looks like a plywood top. You can see several layers there of the plywood, but it has been bent and arched. So you've got some characteristic dishing to the edges where the top's been arched, as in the traditional Gibbo Les Paul would be. Great pickup mounting. I love this idea. This is fantastic. This metal aluminium plate at the bottom, and the screws and the pickup are secure into those holes there. What's striking is how neat the routing is and how neat the bonding is to the top to the back. Again, back pickup, same story. Really lovely, neat routes and neat, tidy wiring. And again, you can see the laminate, or the ply, I should say, ply or laminate top there, and you can probably just make out that it is actually arched and dishes out, as I said, to the edges. Fingerboard, very attractive looking piece of rosewood, and these look like mother of pearl markers rather than pearloid. They do look like mop just because of the sheer depth of hue to them, and the characteristic non-linear shading of the mother of pearl. Frets are in reasonable nick. They're a bit flat on the top, but that's to be expected. This guitar never received any kind of fret rest at all. I think there might be enough meat left on there to give them a light dress, possibly. Up the headstock nut is in excellent condition, and there we are. Shaftesbury, Rose Morris, Japan. Rose Morris were the musical instrument distributor around since the 60s. And Shaftesbury was their in-house brand because they were based originally in Shaftesbury Avenue, London. And this is the sort of second wave of Shaftesbury's that were imported into the UK. The first being in the 60s when they were importing mainly Rickenbacker lookalikes. Little pointers on the pots. Again, a lovely attention to detail by the Japanese copyists. Definitely what would be considered these days as a lawsuit guitar. Flipping it over, I'm not too worried about marking it, as you can probably tell. Buckle rash, that's mine, definitely. Serial number there, can't quite make that out. It might be 0776. Probably try and decode that later. It's on a sticker rather than a stamp. You can see, again, attractive piece of mahogany in the on the neck. This I don't remember. It looks like there's been someone's had the machine heads changed or swapped at some point. You can see some original fixing holes here. I don't remember if that was me or if it happened afterwards. I really don't know, but we've got a set of uh, Japanese Gottos, I think, by the looks of it. The body wrap for the controls, again, really well executed. You can just see the gap there where the ply stroke laminate top joins the body. Wiring is neat, soldering is good. And again, nice quality rebate to the body route there. All in all, quite an impressive build really for a 1980s Japanese guitar. No wonder Gibson were upset about what was coming out of Japan in the 1980s. Right, so all which remains to be said really is crack on, get it cleaned up, get it straight up, get it set up and give it a play.